guys, welcome back to the Pulling Curls podcast. Today we are talking about mom hacks for 2023. Let's untangle it. Hi, I'm Hillary Erickson, the curly head behind the Pulling Curls podcast, Pregnancy and Parenting Untangled. There's no right answer for every family, but on this show, we hope to give you some ideas to make life simpler at your house. Life's tangled, just like my hair. Today's guest is the queen behind Cha Ching Queen. She has 3 kids, including twin 2-year-olds, guys. So you know she is busy. She also owns Cloth Diaper Basics. So if you're looking to Cloth Diaper, I will put the link in the show notes. I know Erin will be able to show you the way since she's doing it with twins. I want to introduce today's guest, Erin. Are you overwhelmed by all there is to do around your house? As a new mom, I felt overwhelmed at every turn. Fortunately, I turned to systems to make a change. Whether it's mornings, dinner time, or even just to climb out of a pile of kids' clothes, my course Family Routines can save you. I hold your hand as we smooth out these rough patches, making every day easier so we can more easily handle when your preschooler tells you they can use their urine like a lightsaber. Parenting is always going to be a wild ride. Routines are just your seatbelt, and they can support you. Use coupon code UNTANGLED to save 15% at checkout. Link in the show notes. Hey, Erin, welcome to the Pulling Curls podcast.
Hi, Hillary. How are you?
I'm so good. Erin and I met at a conference, and she has all the good mom hacks for us so we can start 2023 with as little effort as possible.
I'm excited. New year, new me.
I don't feel that new, I have to be honest, but new plans, new ways to do things, right?
Right. There's always something new that we can do, always a change that we can make on something that helps us save a little bit of time, makes our life a little bit easier. And so I always like to start a new year with, I don't know, just different ideas and different approaches to things.
Yeah, because I think so much of motherhood is just repeating the same tasks over and over. So even if you can be just like 2% faster, better, cheaper, it's a big win when you think of the whole year.
It is. Well, and even when you add like those 1% or those 2% or those tenths of a percent up, in the long run, they make a big difference. I'm reading a book right now that actually mentions that. So it's funny that you say like a 2% because it says like all the small things will eventually start to snowball and big changes will come. It might not be right away, but eventually you will see the difference if you stick with it.
I agree. Okay, so what's our first mom hack?
So I have twins. I have twin girls and they're identical, 100% identical, minus a little mole on the bottom of one of their feet. And so in the winter, we are wearing socks all the time, or they're wearing pajamas when they were little babies. So one of the ways that I tell them apart is how I put their ponytails. So they both have like this shoulder length, curly blonde hair. There is very, very minuscule details between the two of them. They are so identical. But I do their ponytails differently. We wear ponytails every day in this house for the girls. And Allison's ponytail goes to the side of her head. So it goes to the right side of her head. And Elizabeth's ponytail goes to the back of her head. So that means I take out a lot of clear little rubber band ponytail holders. And I kept just noticing all this hair coming out every night when I was taking out these ponytails. And I was just like, these are going to be bald eventually. Use a seam ripper. And for people who don't know what a seam ripper is, it is a little sharp tipped piece of metal with a plastic handle. You can, if you're sewing, you use it to rip thread out of a seam. But I hook it around the little plastic piece of the rubber band that's in the girl's hair, and I pull, and it breaks very easily and lets me really just remove the rubber band without pulling hair out additionally. I don't have hair all over my house, and I don't have little girls that are losing their hair every day.
Oh, that's such a good idea to repurpose like something that you have around your house for other things to something like that. And I think a lot of people would be like, well, then I can't reuse those rubber bands. But honestly, those rubber bands aren't great to reuse either way.
They aren't. No, I wish they were, because I am all about reduce, reuse, recycle. And unfortunately, it is what it is with these.
Okay, Erin, what's your next best tip?
Okay, so one of my very, very favorite tips or things for moms to do is to repurpose toys. We all know that kids get new toys and they're so excited about them for 37 seconds and then they want something new or something different. So my kids are very, very into magnet tiles right now. And one of my favorite repurpose for these is to take them outside. And I know that in a large portion of the country right now, it's cold outside. So taking toys outside might not be ideal. But when the weather breaks and spring comes and summer comes and you want a different take on this toy, we take our magnet tiles outside to the driveway and I let the kids play with them on the garage doors. So magnet tiles stick to garage doors and it kind of just breathes a whole new light into the magnet tiles, and they make a great vacation toy or busy activity for kids, whether you're on an airplane or if you are going on a road trip, which we love to do. We give each kiddo a cookie sheet and a bin of magnet tiles, and we just let them go to town. They are less likely to fall, and it's not going to be a screaming fest of I dropped it. They stick right to the cookie sheet and it keeps them busy. And when they're done, we line the magnet tiles up on the cookie sheet and we tuck it right into the seat back of the seat in front of them. And it keeps them busy. It keeps them entertained. They have the imagination. They build just all kinds of different crazy things. And I love to see it. So repurposing toys, especially those magnet tiles, is one of my favorite things to tell parents about.
Yeah, because you've already paid for the magnet tiles, but I agree. Kids, magnet tiles, I think we maybe got an hour out of, but after that, they were like, well, I've built a house. I don't know what else on earth I could do. So I'm done.
Well, take them out to the
Yeah.
garage and stick them on the door. Also, with the magnet tiles, I love to when my twins, when they were little and they wanted to be right under my feet while I was cooking dinner, we have stainless steel appliances. So we brought them into the kitchen and we put them on the dishwasher or on the stove or on the refrigerator, and it let them kind of build outward 3D a little bit. So they had so much fun with those.
That's such a good idea. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, next mom tip.
Okay, next one, tuck this in your back pocket, moms and dads, if you're listening too. So this is a summertime hack and it's not relevant right now, but it will help you in the long run come the summer. Every kiddo has to wear sunscreen. We have to wear sunscreen as adults, but it's never fun to put sunscreen on a wiggly toddler or even like a little kid who wants to run away because they don't want you to put it on their face or get it in their eyes or get it in their mouth because it tastes disgusting, right? One of the best and easiest ways to put the sunscreen on is with a beauty blender. So I buy a 5-pack of beauty blenders every year from Amazon. They're a couple bucks. I keep one in the car. I keep one in our swim bag. I keep one in the back of the stroller. And I keep one where we keep our sunscreen in the house for before we leave to head to the pool. And you just put the sunscreen on the beauty blender and you just gently hold the little kiddo's chin and it blends right in. They are not running away. They think it's fun. If your kids are small enough, you can give them a beauty blender and let them help you. Let them think they're helping you. You don't have to put anything on theirs, but it is the easiest way to apply sunscreen to a little one's face and have them not run away.
Oh, that's such a good idea. And honestly, even for like the 10-year-olds, because a lot of times they have a hard time blending them in with their fingers because the fingers gets like so full of sunscreen, they like can't blend it in. So a beauty blender would be a good option probably for me. Let's be really honest.
Well, get you some beauty blenders, girl.
And we learned about how bad spray sunscreen is when you spray it on your face. So that's a good option versus the spray sunscreen, which I'm trying not to use. But boy, oh boy, I wish spray sunscreen was good for us because
I do
easier.
too. And it's not good for the environment either. So let's stick to the squirt bottles and do it the old fashioned way. Sometimes things that are easier aren't always better.
I know. Yeah. All right, Erin, let's give our last best mom hack for 2023.
My last mom hack for you guys going into the new year is about flowers and how to keep them fresh longer. So who doesn't love to get fresh flowers either by surprise or on a birthday or a holiday, anniversary, Mother's Day, whatever the day is? Fresh flowers are amazing, but they don't have the longest shelf life, right? Like they're super pretty for a couple of days and then, they start to wilt and turn brown. But one of my best and most favorite mom hacks is put a little bit of sugar in that water with those flowers, either regular sugar, or I like to use Sprite. I always have Sprite around my house. I pour a can of Sprite in the vase with the fresh flowers, and not exaggerating, lasts 3 times longer. You'll have to change the water and add more Sprite, every 5 or 6 days, but the life of your flowers is going to extend, I would say double or triple the length that you would normally get out of fresh flowers on your counter or on your table.
Oh, I love that, because the worst is when somebody buys you this beautiful bouquet and then 2 days later, it's just like melted on your counter and you're like, well, that was sad. Then it's just disappointing every time you stare at them.
Right. Until you finally find the time to clean it up, right?
Yeah. All right. That's a great tip. Everybody needs to tell their husband that right away. So
go buy yourself the flowers. Don't wait for someone to get them for you.
We need to try out this tip I heard. I'm going to go get me some flowers at Trader Joe's.
First of all, yes, they are my favorite flowers. Do it.
Yeah. All right. Awesome tips, you guys. I loved how we talked about at the beginning that small changes can really make a big change. So check out Erin at Cha Ching Queen. She has tons of good ideas around your house, especially if you guys have smaller kids, that can really help you save money, save time, save your sanity, all those different things. Thanks for coming on, Erin.
Thanks, Hillary. Have a great day. Happy New Year.
Thanks. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and hopefully I love how each of them could kind of spark ideas about like using toys in other ways or prolonging the life of something. So whatever hacks you're getting, come tell us on Instagram. We're going to have a mom's hack spot where you guys can give us your favorite mom hacks too, so we can extend the conversation over there. Stay tuned. Next week, we are talking about what to do if you are afraid of the epidural. And if you're not so interested in pregnancy, come back in 2 weeks where we are talking about decluttering when you feel overwhelmed. Raise your hand if that's you. It's totally me. Stay tuned. Thanks so much for joining us on today's episode. The Pulling Curls podcast grows when you share us on social media or leave a review. If you do, please tag us so that we can share and send you a virtual hug, which frankly is my favorite kind of hugging. Until next time, we hope you have a tangle-free day.